Hello everybody, this is Phil and I'm doing a quick video on the Alexapure Pro water filtration system. I ordered this basically a week and a half ago and it came in the mail yesterday. I did what I researched other people said, basically flush it out twice, then the water should taste fantastic. And since I got this, I had 3 additional bottles, you might say, from Clover Valley of spring water I drank last week, and I saved these and I put them on top of my refrigerator just for this occasion. So far, I love this water. It's better than purified water, it's better than spring water, and it's 10 times better than the bath water that comes out of our tap. So I was basically researching prices, and I've heard of Alexapure Pro through Infowars. And over a year ago, they were selling them for basically $249, I believe it was. So the price was too high for me, and I didn't feel I needed it. So what I did is basically invest in a lot of purified water throughout the years. And even the purified water has a certain taste to it, a kind of antiseptic taste to it. And I liked it because I will not drink tap water. Tap water irritates my stomach. It causes acid reflux. It gives me a bad taste in the back of my mouth. And sometimes it causes gas. Yes, that's how bad our tap water is sometimes. And, if it was a life-saving incident where I needed to drink tap water to survive, of course I would drink it. No problem. But I wanted to invest in actual pure water that I can drink and not worry about any additives, any kind of heavy metals, any kind of crystalline causing, let's say, minerals that can collect in our kidneys and cause kidney stones or bladder stones. People forget about bladder stones too. When you look at water, you have to think of the different types of water. You have tap water that has the heavy metals in it. Might have some extra minerals, might have some extra bacteria, might have some extra, you don't know, some kind of disease that is coming through the pipes. There could be something perhaps on the way to the house where the water is running that died in that water source. And then you have strict dysentery and perhaps death. We don't want that. Even with a grid down scenario, we want as many of these as possible. I bought this yesterday and I ran 2.25 gallons worth of tap water through this. And then I noticed filling up these 3 today, the water was fantastic. I noticed the first time I drank, there was a little bit of aftertaste. And I believe that came from the filter. Okay. So I drank 3 of these today throughout a long day at work. And I really enjoyed the flavor. There was no aftertaste, at least by the second bottle. And I was very proud I bought this. I bought this for $100 on eBay. It's $112 with shipping, and I got it within 7 days. Literally, it was less than 8 days. I had this mailed to my house. The directions, I didn't even see the directions in the brand new box. But it's very simple. You basically stick the filter downward with one washer, and then on the bottom of the upper chamber, on the very bottom, you'll have a wing nut with it that comes with it in a little packet, and you screw on the wing nut. Then you put in the 3 plugs that plug in the 3 extra holes. Then on the very bottom where the nozzle is, you do the same thing with the extra wing nut. You separate the little rubber spacers. You put the spacer on one side where the nozzle is, and then when you put it in the hole, you put the second spacer on the nozzle end, and you take the wing nut and you basically screw it in. It was that simple. Then I flushed it out with 2 times 2.25 gallons. It took me less than an hour and a half to do that. So to go over water, you basically have the tap water. Then if you feel you're like, oh, you don't want to chance it, you want to use bottled water, the next step is spring water. With spring water, it also has minerals coming down from the mountain. They say it's pure water, or it's more fresh water, more alkaline, conducive pH water, yada, yada, yada. You have to remember, when it's spring water, you have minerals in it. Those minerals might be good for you until it starts collecting in your kidneys or your bladder and starts to grow and becomes kidney or bladder stones. That's just a fact. It happens if that's all you drink. So what's the next one? The next one that might not be so good for you either, the jury is out. How it tastes is having purified water. If you look at these right here, these are Clover Valley. So are these larger bottles, which were spring water. But these purified water here are basically Clover Valley purified water. And they end up adding magnesium citrate, I believe it is, or calcium, or both, to give the water flavor. Theoretically, you don't need flavor for water if it's distilled perfect water, which is the last one on the far right that you would ever like to drink. Basically, distilled water is pure water without any minerals whatsoever, so there's no chance of you getting kidney stones or bladder stones, or having any kind of gastritis issues, or acid reflux, or bloating, or just that bad aftertaste. Distilled water, however, your body will not uptake as quick as the other healthier waters. I don't believe spring water necessarily, depending on the type, is that healthy. But again, it depends on the type of water or the actual brand. Okay, do they do like a 1-part filtration system? Okay, so you're not getting pure water runoff from the mountain. You never know upstream if there's a dead animal, if there's a tree, or if there's any kind of plant or bad algae. You never know what's in spring water. So you have to be very safe when you make these decisions. Anywho, I decided I want pure water with good taste, and I just want it simple. I don't want any aftertaste. I don't want my stomach to be bloated. Don't want to have any acid reflux after drinking some water, and I ate first and had water later, and that water is just sitting there and not being used in my system. So I bought this for $112, and I researched this a year ago. In essence, Infowars.com was the first time I thought of it, or heard of it actually, and they were selling it for $249, I believe it was. I was like, no way, I'm not going to pay that. And then throughout the year, I started looking around, and I found cheaper prices. Then I decided now it's time to buy one, because I'm tired of buying these guys right here, about a 32-pack for $3.50. And I can go through a 32-pack basically within 4 days. That's how busy I am at work. That adds up, especially when you're driving long hours to work and you're driving as part of your job all day. So I wanted to invest in one, but I just wanted a basic fair price. So I looked on eBay after shopping around, and I saw this basic one, Alexapure Pro, 2.25 gallons. And it's very easy to set up. Like I said, putting the nozzles in, self-explanatory. As soon as you see it, you know what to do. And then you flush it out twice, so you don't have the filter aftertaste. Perhaps it's the filter. There is some aftertaste initially. And I was drinking, and I basically finished one bottle of the purified water from the Alexapure, and there was a bit of aftertaste. And then when I finished that bottle and started on the second bottle, it was great. It was fantastic tasting water. So the first thing I did when I came home tonight, I put the water in, and I just waited for the upper tank to basically drain down and be purified towards the bottom tank, and I filled them up very easily. There's different sizes, and with different sizes, you're going to pay more money, of course. But I was sort of disheartened when I looked at Infowarsstore.com again today. They had the exact same thing for $187. Now, it's basically the exact same thing, and maybe they were adding on extra filters. I don't know, but I don't want to wait another month to purchase one either. This right here from eBay came within 8 days, and I'm glad I purchased it. I think it was a good investment for health, and it just tastes better. It surely tastes better than spring water and the purified water. It's not distilled, so there are some good minerals in it. Don't ask me what they might be. You know, basic minerals that we need that are in most water, especially coming down from a fresh water source like the mountains. I don't know. I'm not a chemist, but I know it tastes better and my body is thanking me. So invest in a good water purification system, and don't be afraid to, taste test the water. This is the best water I've ever tasted, and I hope it lasts, like they say, 500 gallons. I can invest in that. I can invest in future filters also. Do I want filters just to make it quicker? No, I can wait a half an hour for this thing to totally fill up. It's no problem. But I will invest in more filters so I can swap this one out after I feel it's basically used and it's no longer any good. But until then, I'm glad I purchased this. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Be safe out there. Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your community, protect your state, and protect the United States. It's a country worth fighting for. Thank you, and have a good night.